Welcome back to the Devil in the Details. Manchester United play Arsenal at the Emirates this afternoon, and in this video I'll detail what Manchester United need to do to beat Arsenal. Erik ten Hag will prepare his team to deal with the following threats Arsenal pose. They will look to achieve a numerical advantage in build-up using two methods: inverting their fullbacks in a 3-2 shape. Alternatively, Eddie Nketiah will drop into a 10 position to create an overload in midfield. To counter this threat, Erik ten Hag will organise his Man United team to be compact, blocking central passing lanes. However, this could play into Arsenal's hands. If Man United overcompensate, Saka and Martinelli will be able to exploit 1v1 opportunities when the ball gets switched out wide. To reduce this threat, Manchester United will have to do the following: press high up the pitch at the right moments and look to play on the front foot when possible. When Arsenal win possession high up the pitch, they could defend in a staggered shape, which allows their midfield and wide players to be in a position to help their fullbacks. Another danger Man United to be aware of is Arsenal's threat from the edge of the box. If players are drugged out of position or drop too deep into the penalty box, Arsenal are likely to punish Man United from this position. Along with those points that I've mentioned, I also want to say that, all of this is key to stopping Odegaard. There is no one strategy to stop him. You have to be organised and compact as a team. I don't think the man marking strategy that we saw in the Manchester City derby with Fred Marshall and KDB will work. You just have to be organised as a team with those points that I mentioned if you want to nullify Odegaard's impact on this game. Now, this will be easier said than done, of course. Arsenal have been the best team in the league this season and are more than capable of scoring from scenarios I can't cover in this video. Arsenal are likely to dominate possession in this game, so once again, it's essential that Manchester United pose a threat on the counter-attack. This is to be expected for the team in the league with the most amount of goals from this scenario. I will briefly cover some ideas Ten Hag might use in possession, but in the meantime, here's a selection of counter-attacks from Man United this season for you to enjoy. Erik ten Hag will likely build in a 3-1 shape, with Eriksen as a deep playmaker. This idea was effective in the fixture at Old Trafford, with Eriksen finding Bruno with central passes for 2 of the goals in the 3-1 victory. In the previous game against Crystal Palace, we saw Eriksen drop even deeper into the defence, but the structure ahead of him was very fluid, with Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes rotating positions. This was quite disjointed. Against Arsenal, we'll see a much more structured setup. I suspect we'll see Wan-Bissaka in the free due to his insane recovery ability, with Malacia used to occupy space between Arsenal's lines. McTominay will likely be used as a decoy, and Bruno Fernandes will likely be positioned in close proximity to the front line. Final point on feeding passes between the lines. That responsibility will also fall on our centre-backs, most likely Lisandro Martinez, who we know is excellent at playing incisive passes into the front line. On the right wing, Antony is likely to be isolated, and it'll be interesting to see if Weghorst starts this game and is closer to Antony than he was against Crystal Palace. If he is, Antony will have someone to link play with, which will draw Gabriel out of position, but also give Antony better opportunities to cut inside. If Ten Hag doesn't make this adjustment, then Antony will be isolated as he usually is. So it will be key that he feeds passes quickly, centrally, to switch the play. Combination play between Antony and Man United players that leads to penetration down the right has been non-existent this season, but Antony does pose a threat when he runs in behind, especially when we're deep in opposition territory. As I stated with Arsenal, I'm sure in Ten Hag's case and Man United's case, there are going to be multiple scenarios they'll look to exploit that I can't cover in this video. So I'll end with this. My preferred front line for tomorrow is Garnacho, Rashford and Antony. We all know the ball carrying threat, the pace and power for Rashford and Garnacho in particular, could lead to some devastating combination play. They'll carry a threat in behind, and it's our best chance of seeing some individual brilliance, which is important in a big game. My only concern from a lineup point of view is Bruno starting on the right wing. This worked against City. It worked for a moment in the cup game against Villa when Dalot went long to Bruno. We got an assist for a goal. But, if Arsenal suffocate our midfield, I just don't see the strategy working. And I expect Arsenal to do that from the first minute, to be honest with you guys. So with that being said, I do hope to see a high-level performance from the team today and a win against Arsenal. I've been the Devil in the Details. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.